Hey, what's up guys? It's Luke W coming back at you again today with another video. I know this one's going to benefit a lot of you new guys trying to sell on Amazon right now, so I'm going to answer the 15 most asked questions that I get from new Amazon sellers about how to sell on Amazon, how everything works, and all of the above. So the first question I want to answer is, how long does it take to go from starting Amazon to making your first sale? Now, I'm going to range anywhere from 2 to 3 months, just because in the first month, you're probably going to be spending at least 2 weeks, particularly if you take an Amazon course. That's going to at least take 2 weeks to learn how to sell on Amazon, and then another 2 weeks to find your products. So that's the first month. The second month is going to be you contacting suppliers. That's going to be a week to 2 weeks, and shipping it on into Amazon using particularly maybe UPS or DHL door-to-door air shipping. That's going to be on a more expedited 2-week shipping basis. So in between that 2 to 3 month period is when you're going to start making your sales, and you're going to start to see some money rolling in, and especially some profits coming in on top of the product that you ordered, because your product cost is probably going to be at least 30% of the price you're actually selling it at. Okay, now what are UPC codes? Where do you get them, and how do you use them? So UPC codes are a product identifier that goes on each of your products. You can go to Barcode Mania or Liberty Barcodes, Nationwide Barcodes, any barcode service that sells these barcodes, and you can get like 100 of them for $5. That's what I did. But you need these, and they need to be GS1 certified barcodes. So that's another important thing to keep in mind. And this is just going to differentiate your products from all the other ones. And when Amazon scans your product, they'll know what account to put the money under once your product makes a sale. So question number 3 is, how do you label your products? And this is going to be going more particularly for private label sellers. And I recommend going to canva.com. You can go there and create a free logo as simple as literally an arrow or a circle with some numbers around it. Of course, try and make it signify something that your brand represents and what kind of products you're representing. But it just needs to be an indicator on your product or packaging or both that's going to be able to be seen in your listing photos, so that no one else can jump on your listing, hijack your listing, pretend they're selling the same product as you. As if you have a unique logo on your product, no one's going to be able to do that, and you can get them kicked off your listing if anyone ever tries to do that. So let's hop into question number 4, and it's pretty much, how much do you need to start selling on Amazon? And this is something you guys want to think about before you start selling. What is your goal? How much is your budget? How much do you want to end up making per month? These are some of the criteria and question you want to ask yourself, because this is going to come down to how much you're actually going to be spending on your first product. Now, for beginners, I recommend ordering 100 units, and that's another question that could be answered here. How many units do you need to order? I'd say 100 units at maybe a $10 purchase price per each unit from your supplier. So maybe that's literally just $1,000 for your first product order. 100 units is great because you can get your feet wet with Amazon, see how everything works, and have everything under control without having too much inventory, so that if something doesn't go according to plan, you're stuck with a bunch of inventory. And it's also not too few of units to not be able to get a chance to see how your product's really going to be performing. So $1,000 is the bare minimum. Now, if you want to make more profit per unit, and this is a question I'll answer later, how to calculate your profits. If you want to make more profit, you're going to have to invest more on your initial startup order. My products that ended up making me $30,000 a month, I had to do an initial investment of $4,500. So that was a $45 product cost, and I was selling it for $120, making about $60 profit after Amazon fees. Okay, so let's go into question number 5. What are the first steps in product research? Now, this is also just kind of tying into what criteria do you want. You can use the tool, the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, and the web app. I'll have those linked down below. There's many other tools out there to help you find products, but the first step is to map out your criteria and see how much money you actually want to be making, and think about products that are not going to be liabilities. As a first-time seller, you don't want to be selling medical grade products or knives or anything that's going to be a liability. So this is going to lead me on into question number 6. Do you need an LLC? I don't recommend you get this in the beginning. I recommend you focus on making your first few sales, because getting this LLC is going to be something that you can do later on after you're establishing your business a bit more. And if you're not selling a liability type product, you're not going to be worried about getting sued. So if you're selling something like some taco stands or taco holders or something like that, you don't need an LLC to sell these. Amazon's not going to require it from you. Question number 7 is, do you need an Amazon course? Now, a lot of people are out here thinking they can just go start selling on Amazon and it's all going to be fine and dandy with just watching YouTube videos for free. I did this in the beginning, and let me tell you, I spent months and hundreds of hours probably watching YouTube videos, but I ultimately knew I wanted to drop some money on a course to put my skin in the game, to say, I'm putting this money in there, I'm going to try and make this money back, and I will make it back. So do you need a course? You don't need one, but I would highly recommend it, because if you don't get it, you're going to spend hundreds of hours watching videos. You're not going to have a one-on-one mentor to walk you through all the questions you're going to have that are going to come up. And yeah, you're going to fall into some pitfalls, and it could end up costing you way more than a course would cost in the first place. So the first course I ever bought was Tanner J. Fox's Amazon Seller Mastery course. That was $500, and I mean, after making all these videos, I got prompted to want to make my own course, which I have done, and it's the same price as I paid for Tanner's course. And ultimately, the mentorship that I provide to people is just super one-on-one, and you guys can really get, I mean, free Skype calls from me, walking you through product research and all this stuff. And on top of the 65 videos that take you step by step, instead of like watching YouTube videos where you're jumbled around and not knowing which step to do next, all the videos in a course are step by step laid out for you guys. So if you are interested in that, a little plug for the course, it is down linked in the description below. And I also want to touch on the fact that I just made a Discord group. I'll have that linked below as well. You guys can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, but Discord is really cool. It's another communication platform specific for YouTubers and stuff like that, where you guys can go add this application to your computer and reach out and talk to me. But the best part is, instead of like Facebook groups where all the messages are just jumbled around, kind of like watching videos on YouTube, the Discord chat has specific chats for whatever you're interested in. So you can look at the product research chat, you can look at the suppliers and shipping chat, or the product launch chat. So there's all these different resources accessible for you to communicate and get your answers faster in the Discord. So that's linked below as well. Go check it out. Question number 8 is the Jungle Scout Lite extension or the Pro extension. So the Pro extension and the Jungle Scout Lite extension are basically tools that are going to show you how many sales per month products are making, how much money they're making, how much competition is there based on reviews, and all of these other criteria that you're going to definitely need. It takes the guessing work out of finding your first product for Amazon. I recommend just getting the Lite Chrome extension. It's $100 less than the Pro, and it just doesn't show you an opportunity score for the product. But if you know what you're looking for within these numbers, you're already going to know, and you don't need to rely on some obscure number. Instead, you'll be looking at the individual numbers of the products and not just one rounded off opportunity score. And that's what I feel about that. So let's talk about what is reserved inventory. This is when you have inventory that's not yet active. You just shipped it into Amazon's warehouses. It's going to be reserved for maybe 4 days to a week before it's actually gone active. Reserved inventory could also be when a customer orders your product. It's going to go under reserved inventory before they ship it out. Reserved inventory could also be classified as fulfillment center processing, where they're going to process some of your inventory. Maybe they're dispersing it to other fulfillment centers around the country. That's all going to go under reserved inventory. How do Amazon taxes work is question number 10. So Amazon is day by day adding more states to where they're collecting state tax. I'm in Washington State here, out actually on the border of Canada. We're in Blaine, Washington right now, but Amazon's going to be collecting state tax for a lot of states, but they haven't done it for every single state yet, and they're not going to come down on you that hard if you don't remit like $4 to Nevada for some products that you sold there. So the real taxes that you might have to, really worry and think about is when you make over 20K in revenue per year, Amazon's going to send you a 1099K form, and it's basically going to show you how much revenue you made, and this is what you have to subject to the IRS. But the best part is you get to write off your inventory costs, all the shipping, all the launching of your products. If you do any giveaways, things like that, you can write all this stuff off. And my taxes last year, after making 85K in profit, were actually not even that bad. So, and the other thing I wanted to say is that I'm gonna have a link to TaxJar down below, which integrates with your Amazon Seller Central account. So for every sale that you make, for every state that Amazon ships a product to, TaxJar is gonna be keeping note of it and letting you know all your taxes and bookkeeping all in one cool app that's integrated with your Amazon account. So that's pretty cool. Check that link out down below, guys. Okay, so for question 11, it's how to get product ratings. Notice I'm not saying product reviews, because in the end of 2019, like September it is right now, Amazon's not calling product reviews anymore, they're ratings. And this is actually really cool, because instead of where customers had to write a long message out, now all they have to do is just leave a star rating, and they don't even have to write a message. So it's almost easier to get reviews nowadays, or ratings. But the ways usually to get these, I like to have product insert cards in my packaging, which is gonna say, hey, thanks for purchasing this product. If you love it as much as we do, please write a quick review. We'd really appreciate it. Now you could just ask them to leave a quick rating on how they feel about the product. That's one way to do it. Another is when you're launching your product, you can have not just friends and family, but I would suggest having friends of friends instead, so Amazon can't really trace it back to them having a relationship with you. Otherwise, they won't let the review go through. You're gonna wanna have friends of friends, so maybe I'll ask my girlfriend to ask her friends that I don't really know to go leave a rating on my product, and I can have them purchase it through a special two-step URL. I have a video about how to make that. So you're gonna rank for keywords. If a customer buys it from that special URL, you'll start ranking in the pages for your specific keywords. I'd have them buy from that URL, I'd pay them back for the product costs, and then they'd leave me a rating. So that's one way to do it, along with the insert cards is another way. Let's see, question number 12 is how do you get a sample for your product? So aside from spending $100 on having your supplier ship you just one individual item, I've never even ordered a sample. I just ship them all right into Amazon's warehouses, and you can create a fulfillment order or a removal order for just one of your units, and that's only gonna cost you 50 cents. So once those have arrived in Amazon, you can order a sample back to you and you can check it out. You can send it to a photographer. And actually, for getting photos on your product, I tell my photographer the products are gonna arrive and be active in about a week. So once that gets active, you can just go ahead and purchase one of my products. I'll pay you back when I pay for my product images. So your photographer can actually leave you a review as well as giving you your product images. And that's another good way to get one of your first reviews. Question number 13 is what's the best way to make a bundle? I love looking at my competitors' listings. There's so much valuable information there, reading their negative reviews, seeing what was missing in the product that customers may have wanted. You can go ask your supplier, hey, do you also carry this item? I want to bundle it because many customers want this product. You can look at what's frequently bought together. That's also on other competitors' listings down about halfway through the page, what's frequently bought together. You can see what customers are buying right after they buy that product individually. And what happens if your supplier doesn't have that extra bundled item? Well, you might have to talk to another supplier who has those items, and you're gonna have to have them ship it over to your main supplier who's gonna bundle it all into one package, because Amazon's not gonna do any of this bundling of your products if you send in two different items and ask them to ship them out at the same time. You have to have that done beforehand from your supplier, and you're gonna have them sticker that one barcode label on that product and ship in your bundle into Amazon. Question 14 is how to calculate profit margins. Very simple and very, very crucial. You want to use the FBA fee calculator. There's also a free Google Chrome plugin called the AMZ fee calculator. And what you do is you put in a very close resembling competing product to yours, and it's going to get all the weight, the dimensions, the price, everything that you plan to sell it for, and then you can calculate the FBA fees just by typing in that information, and it will show you how much the FBA fees are for that product. That's for Amazon to pick, pack, and ship your product out to customers and provide that 2-day shipping that customers love, and that's why Amazon is so powerful right now. So your fees are going to be part of that. You need to factor those in to see what your profit margin is, and your profit margin is shown below where the fees are in either the AMZ fee calculator or the FBA fee calculator just found right there on Google. Question 15 is, what's the worst case scenario if everything hits the fan, everything's not going well? Pretty much what you can do, and this is why I stress just getting 100 units. You have 100 units, you can lower your price down to break even. Imagine, like I said, you're spending $10 per product from your supplier, planning to sell it for about 30 bucks. You can first drop your price down a ton to maybe $15 or something, undercut all your competition, see if you can get sales there, but don't give up on your listing just yet. You want to go ahead and optimize your images, optimize your title, make sure your back-end keywords are filled with 250 characters of extra words that you can use that are not in your listing that's going to help customers find your product. There's so many different things you can do with your listing. You can go ahead and build social media pages. And there's so much I left out in this video, guys, that I'm going to come back and probably make another one for you guys to help you. But I mean, do everything you can. Get your product in the hands of influencers in your market that can drive more traffic from Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook to your product. Make ads. Just try everything you possibly can. Don't give up on it. But if you do, you just have to create a removal order, ship your units home, and maybe even you can sell your units to another competitor on Amazon. You can go click on their storefront name and then click on the type a message button, where you can type a message and say, hey, I want to wholesale these products out to you. I can't sell them. Let me know if you want to buy these for like half the price. And I mean, if you only have 100 units and you're just testing things out, you don't have a lot of money to lose in the first place. You probably already made quite a few sales. And other than that, ship them home and see if there's any even local businesses around. Like if you're selling gardening products, go to any garden shop and say, hey, if you guys want to buy some of my garden products, I'll sell them to you for super cheap. There's so many ways to get rid of your product. There's always an option. When you're an entrepreneur, you know you're always going to find the way, and there's always a way out, guys. I have another bonus question for you guys. How do you ship items to customers individually? That's where you can go into your inventory tab. There's a little checkbox to the left of your product. Click it, go up to the actions tab and press create fulfillment order. And this happens if your product goes to a customer and they're mad about it and they just want a replacement, but they don't want to return it. And this can also save you negative reviews. If you create a fulfillment order, ship one replacement item to a customer, you just need to get their address, put that in where the fulfillment order is, and you can pretty much ship it out to them and make their day, and they'll probably leave you a 5-star review or rating instead of writing a negative one. They'll say, hey, this seller was super nice. They sent me out a free replacement. I'm so glad for that. So that's how you create a fulfillment order and ship one individual item out to a customer. So this video went on for quite a while, but I answered 15 of your 16 super frequently asked questions. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, you want to support the channel, drop a thumb up on this video. Big thumbs up for all you guys behind the camera watching me from your computers and your houses all around the world. That's why I want to bring YouTube videos. I want to help entrepreneurs get to the point even where I'm at right now. I haven't had a job in 2 years, and I'm out here helping my family out pretty much up here on the border in Blaine, Washington. So this is awesome. We're just doing some yard work, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any other questions or other ideas for videos, drop them down below. And if you're interested to start selling on Amazon, go check out the course and the Discord chat. Go reach out to me. Go ask some questions in the Discord chat. And yeah, guys, that's all I got to say for this one. Many more videos on the way. We'll see you later. Peace out.